Hello and welcome to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to understand how to create and add subscriber to specific Flodesk segment from Google Sheets. Now let's say that we have got certain details of users who have enrolled for different courses. So here I have created different segments in Flodesk, which is an email marketing platform. So here my objective is every time a new row is added to my Google Sheet with user details, then automatically with those details a subscriber should be created in Flodesk, and then the same subscriber should be added to a specific segment according to the course enrolled in Flodesk. Now how can we do that? For this we will have to integrate these applications, and we are going to do the same using Pabbly Connect. So here my trigger will be Google Sheets, then my action application will be Flodesk. Now to understand how you can integrate and automate this entire process, let's start. So this here is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect software, and you can reach here by clicking on the link which is given in the video description. So if you are an existing user, you simply have to sign in, and if you are a new user, sign up. It is not going to take more than 2 minutes, and also at the time of account creation you are going to get 100 free tasks so that you can actually explore this entire application. Now once you're done with that and you reach the dashboard, on the right hand side there's a tab Create Workflow. Click on this. This dialog box has appeared, and here you have to name your workflow. So here my objective is to create and add subscriber to a specific Flodesk segment from Google Sheets. Now I'm going to click on create. As I do that, here we have reached another window, and this window has got two extremely important events. One here is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger here is when this happens, action say do this. Basically action here is the automated response of your trigger application. Now let's understand this with the help of an example. So every time you swipe your card and the payment is made, then automatically you receive a response on WhatsApp or SMS about the amount debited. Now this is automation. In such a case, your trigger will be the payment gateway and your action application will be WhatsApp or SMS sending applications. Now let's come to our use case. So here your trigger will be Google Sheets. So I'm going to look for Google Sheets. Here it is. So we are going to get the data from Google Sheet, and then my action application will be Flodesk, where I'm going to create a subscriber. Now next we have the trigger event. Now trigger event is the event that is going to make this workflow start, and here it will be new or updated spreadsheet row. Now here you can see we have received this webhook URL. This is going to act as a bridge for connecting Pabbly Connect and Google Sheets. So I'm going to copy this. Now we have to integrate Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. To do the same, we have to follow the following instructions. Please read this carefully. Let me show you exactly what you have to do. So this here is my spreadsheet. The name is new contacts. The name of the sheet here is sheet 1. Then here we have the following fields: first name, last name, email address, mobile number, course name, and the name of the company. Now I want to integrate this Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect. To do that, first you have to go to extensions, go to add-ons, get add-ons. Here you have reached Google Workspace Marketplace. Here in this marketplace, I'm going to look for Pabbly Connect webhooks. And here you can see that this particular application has already been installed on my system. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to close this window. So please make sure that you have to install this, and once you're done with that, do not forget to refresh the page. Then wait for a few seconds, and then we are going to go back to extensions. So now when I take you back to extensions, you would be able to see Pabbly Connect webhooks here. Go to initial setup. So here you can see that another window has happened. So it has already selected the sheet. Now here we have to paste this webhook URL that we had just received. I'm going to copy this once again and paste this over here. Then we have the trigger column. Now this trigger column is the final data column where the data is added in your sheet. So in our sheet, the final data is added in column F. So here I'm going to write F and click on submit. So here you can see that the configuration is all set. Let's click on send test. And here you can see that the test data has been sent successfully. Now this data is for which particular row? This is for row number 2. So this row. Now I'm going to close this, taking you back to Pabbly Connect. Let's see if we have received the response, and yes, here it is. So basically this here is the trigger column, the name of the spreadsheet, spreadsheet ID, sheet name, sheet ID. This here is the row index. Row index, which means that we have received the data of row 2. Then here is the mobile number, last name, first name, email address, course name and the name of the company. Now I want that every time a new row is added in my Google Sheet, then automatically the response should be received by Pabbly Connect. To make sure that happens, we are going to go back to extensions, Pabbly Connect webhooks. Here you can see send on event. So just click on this. Once you are done with that, so you would be able to see a check mark right in front like this. This means that every time a new event is added here in your sheet, then automatically Pabbly Connect is going to receive the response. Okay, taking you back to Pabbly Connect. Now once we have received this response, with this response received, I want to create a user in Flodesk. So here I'm going to look for my action event as create or update subscriber. Click on connect. So here Pabbly Connect wants to connect with Flodesk account. So I'm going to select add new connection, connect with Flodesk. So as I do that, first of all, here we have to confirm our credentials. So once the login credentials are confirmed, Pabbly is requesting permission to access my Flodesk account. Now this is absolutely secure, so I've clicked on allow. And as I've done that, here you can see that the authorization has been successful, which means that Pabbly Connect and Flodesk are now connected. So as I scroll down here, we have to enter the field by which you want to create or update subscribers. So here we have got two options. So either you can add the subscribers with the help of the email that you have received or the subscriber ID. So I haven't received this ID, I have received the mail. So here I'm going to select email, and here we have to enter the value of the email. How am I going to do that? Now as I click on this, you can see the previous step. Click on this, and as you scroll down, this here is the email address. So I haven't written this manually, and this method with which I have added the information here is known as mapping. Now this is important so that every time the workflow runs, it can take the new data into consideration. If I had written the same information manually, then when my workflow was running in real time, it wouldn't have taken the new response. Instead, it would have been stuck with the manually written data. So to avoid that, we map the information. The next thing that we have is the first name. So let's repeat the process of mapping. Let's go to step 1, and here we need the first name. Here it is. Then we need the last name. So this here is the last name. Then here it is written send opt-in confirmation emails to subscribers. So do you want the subscribers to first confirm and then become a subscriber here in Flodesk? So here I'm going to select yes. Next we have to map the mobile number. Here it is. And then the name of the company. So here is the name of the company. Okay, so we have filled this information. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as I do that, here we have received the response which says that this here is the ID and the status is shown as unconfirmed. Then here we have received the email address and rest of the information. Now I'm going to take you to Flodesk. So here I'm going to take you to audience. You can see that this particular user is here already, but it is unconfirmed. Now I'm going to take you to the email address of the person. And here you can see that we have received an email. Let's open this. Okay, and here you can see it is asking me to join the list. I'm going to click on this, and once I'm done with this, let me take you back to Flodesk. Okay, and here I'm going to quickly refresh this page. And here you can see that this particular user is now active. It has become a subscriber in Flodesk. Now once this is done, what do I want? So let me show you the segments that I have created. So here I have created quite a few segments, like here we have CUET course, then we have spoken English course, NEET course, etc. So here in my Google Sheet, you can see that the name of the course is specified. So I want every time there is a particular user who has enrolled for spoken English course, then that particular person should be added to spoken English course segment. Similarly, if the person has enrolled for CUET or NEET, then the person should be added to that particular segment respectively. Now to do this, I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. Here I'm going to add another action step, and this time I'm going to use a feature by Pabbly which is lookup table. Let's click on this. Now what does this lookup table do? So it allows me to specify certain values to different labels. and then when my workflow is going to run, it is going to look for those particular values, and then it would be able to segregate the information. Now to understand this in a lot better way, I'm going to show this to you. So the action event here is lookup table, and now I'm going to click on connect. And as I do that and take you down, first of all, the lookup key. So what do I want to look for? Here I'm going to go to step 1 and I'm going to look for the name of the courses. So here is the course name. So this is the lookup key, which means that every time this workflow is going to run, it is going to look for this particular key, which is the name of the course. Now here what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the name of the courses. So it is, let's say, spoken English course. Now I'm going to take you to Flodesk. Open this spoken English course, and here you can see the ID. So I'm going to copy this ID, and in the value I'm going to paste this. Now let's add another label, and this time it will be neat. So go back to Flodesk, and here I'm going to take you back. Now this here is the neat course, and here we have the ID. So here I have entered the ID. Let's add one more label, and here it will be CUET course. Okay, and here I'm going to take you back to Flodesk. Go back here, and you can see this here is the CUET course, and here we have the ID. So I'm going to copy this, take you back to Pabbly Connect, and here I'm going to value the information. So similarly, when you have multiple courses, you can create labels and you can assign the values. Once we have done that, and I click on save and send test request, so you will see that since the user whose information we have added in Flodesk, and we have added that user as subscriber, has enrolled for spoken English course, so here we have received the values. The label is spoken English course, and we have received the value of spoken English course, which is the course ID. Now once we have received this, I'm going to add my final action step, because I want to add this user to a specific segment in Flodesk. So here I'm again going to look for Flodesk. Let's click on this. And the action event here will be to add existing subscriber to a segment. Let's click on connect. And here I'm going to go ahead with the existing connection. Now as I take you down, here we have to enter the subscriber's email. So I'm going to click on this, go to step 1. This here is the email address. And here we have to select the segment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to map the ID. So I'm going to toggle this on. So as I toggle this towards the right, so the mapping button is on. And once this is on, I'm going to click on this, go to step 3, and this here is the ID. Now here it is very well mentioned that you have to map the segment ID in this particular way, which means that we have to put big brackets, double inverted commas, and here we have to close it like double inverted commas and big bracket. Okay, now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as I do that, here we have received the response according to which this particular user must be added as a subscriber in spoken English course segment. Let's go and check the same. So here I'm going to go back to Flodesk. And now here let me take you to audience, go to segments. So let's go to spoken English course segment, and here you can see smart user 1 at pabblytudes.com. This particular user that we had just created is now added to this segment in Flodesk. So this basically means our integration is a success. Now let's check the same in real time. So I'm going to take you back to Google Sheets, and here what I'm going to do, I'm going to add another information. Let's say the first name here is test. Then the last name here is user123. Then we have the email address, which is testuser123 at pabblytudes.com. And then we have the mobile number. Then we have the name of the course. Let's say the name of the course is NEAT. Okay, and the name of the company is Integrations Limited. So once I have added this information, now I'm going to take you back to Flodesk. And here I'm going to take you back. So this particular user had opted for NEAT course. Let's go to NEAT. And now I'm going to quickly refresh this page. And you can see here test user 123 has been created as a subscriber here. Now he is yet to confirm. So let me confirm the same. Here we have received the mail. Test user 123. Let's click on join the list. And now as I take you back, and here I refresh the page, So you can see that our user has been confirmed. So this means that our integration is a complete success. Taking you back to Pabbly Connect, let's quickly understand what we have done. So here our trigger application is Google Sheets, where the event is new or updated spreadsheet row. Then our first action application was Flodesk, which is an email marketing platform, where first we had created or updated a subscriber, and then we had used lookup table to look for certain values in the table, and finally our action application was Flodesk again, where we had to add existing subscriber to segment. So I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start the process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us.
Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.